Okay, welcome back to another video. And Jarif, Chancellor of the Exchequer, United Kingdom, has got in her budget to cut disabled benefits. There's been a lot of talk about this reforming this system, distinguishing those of traditional disabilities and those of psychiatric disabilities. And I want to save around about 6 billion quid on this, because they can say these disabled people who want to work, they put them in condition to work. But the problem is the British economy is going tits up, and those jobs which are available, employers, they want to look for manual people, God knows whatever, and employers to readapt the workplace for these disabled people. It's a bit of a bummer, costs and all that. It's only right, disabled people, if they want to work, they have the right to work. But the problem is there is no jobs for them, and funding for them to be inserted into a job, there's not much around. And obviously, seeing on the horizon Starmer and his Labour Party, and they're committing more money in Ukraine and to boost up the military expense in the UK. It's probably touching the welfare, cutting there and putting a little bit there, like the health service. It's the same thing. So and plus you got to take into account how much the British government in the last 4 or 5 years they spent on the illegals. It's absolutely outrageous, insane. Plus you got one of these so-called Hamas people coming over, threatening Jewish people to kill them, and the British government was going to let them come over in a so-called boat, believe it or not. And then the British government says in an official Home Office note, it says, we do not know where he is. Why do you let in his people? Then you've got a geezer, Muslim geezer, who's got offended because a lady was eating a fucking sandwich on a fucking public transport in the United Kingdom, and it was Ramadan. Offended. And they say Islamic phobia. And there was another case, Cardiff University, saying the traditional English saying a piece of cake is a very offensive to Islamic people. This saying goes back before the Second World War. It's a term which British pilots used in the Royal Air Force at that time, and ever since it has become a part of British, language, everyday use of language. A piece of cake means it's you have done a certain thing, and it was pretty easy to do. Piece of cake. It was so offensive because these guys don't eat cakes where they come from in the Middle East. Sincerely, I do not give a shit what they eat. The question is, for every little chicken shit, they're offended. We should be offended because from the politicians and those liberal wokie dodos who they permit these things. And you go in Cardiff University. The university is an institution for higher learning, education, not to be brainwashed by liberal wokiness. This is the truth. People have to stand for their values, what they believe in, not to be complicit in this chicken shit wokey stuff.